For the new people that are here, we're here to develop wealth online, develop a residual income. That's why we're here. And when you look at Onpassive, it really is extraordinary what Ash and his team have done. And I love questions. If you ask the right questions, you usually get the answers that you need to move forward. And if you can imagine a business as you come in, it was set up for you. Number one, as you come in, there are no qualifications, no limitations. In other words, you can make as much as you want, and they're never going to add any qualifications to it, to sell, to buy, to recruit, to share. Imagine a business as you come in. Not only are there no qualification, no caps, but as you come in, it's 100% automated. They use AI technology to make everything they do 100% automated, and they do it for you. You don't have to do anything. And then imagine a company as you come in was really built for you. When they started to build the company, the thing that was in the back of their mind was to share the wealth and make sure that as people come in and participate with the company, they will succeed. Now, that's a really, really tall order right there, just those four things. But Onpassive today, it is a reality, and those things are true within Onpassive. And what I'd like to do is answer those questions for you, and you can determine for yourself whether Onpassive will work for you. And as we look at Onpassive, they are an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. They were developed by a gentleman by the name of Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh, he is the visionary. He is the brain trust behind Onpassive. And one of the main things he thought about as he was developing Onpassive was sharing the wealth with us. And that is so unique and rare in the industry today. When Marty, Dan, and I heard that, we went, well, this is different. And of course, as we got into it, we found out, yes, there are a lot of moving parts in Onpassive. There are a ton of. Onpassive today, again, it is a reality, and they are massive. They are in over 225 countries today. They have a lot of moving parts. But as Ash Mufareh developed Onpassive, and he developed all the tools in Onpassive, all the products of Onpassive in Hyderabad, India, with a tech team of about 600 strong, and their products are just absolutely phenomenal. But as he was doing all of this, his goal was to share the wealth with us. And Ash started to talk about several concepts that he initiated in Onpassive. And once you understand these concepts, and there are 5 of them that I'm going to go over very, very quickly, it'll show you what Onpassive is going to do for you. And in the end, that's all that's important right now. What can Onpassive do for me? Can I build wealth? Can I build a residual income that will last not for a month or 2, but for years and decades down the road? So these 4 concepts, very unique in any company. In fact, I've never seen it in another company as long as I've been online. And I've been online, like Marty, quite a while, about 12 years. And the concepts are self-funding, for success, product, customer, and then volume. Very, very simple. Add them together and they become very, very powerful. Let's talk about the first one, self-funding. As you come into Onpassive, it is a self-funding business. What does that mean? You will go out of pocket once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. For me, that was very, very refreshing, because all the other businesses that Marty, Dan, and I had been in, you had to come in and you were continually paying for whatever with that company. And that went on month after month after month. And normally what happens with most people is they're just not generating enough income to take care of that monthly payment. And eventually over time, they just quit. They just can't do it anymore. That is not Onpassive. You will come in, pay once, never have to go out of pocket again. For me, very, very refreshing. The next one is a phrase that Ash talked to us about. And as he talked to us about it, I love the phrase for success. I absolutely love it. And most of the people that come into Onpassive, they love it too, but they don't have a clue what it means. And as we started to understand what Ash was doing, we understood that for success, all that meant was Onpassive is going to force you to build wealth online. Are they going to force you to dig ditches? No. They're going to force you to build wealth online. And really, to understand that term, I need to talk about product and customer. And when I put these 2 things together, you're going to understand exactly what Onpassive is going to do for you. And again, that's all that's important right now. What is Onpassive going to do for you? Let's talk about the products of Onpassive first. Very, very important. All the products of Onpassive, again, they're made they're made through Ash's tech team in Hyderabad, India, 600 strong. These individuals are absolutely brilliant. And all the products of Onpassive are built from the ground up, proprietary, cutting edge technology. This is brand new technology. It is superior technology, superior tools at a lower price point. Okay. Just right there, if it were me, I would be in. Anytime you can have a superior tool, whatever the tool is, at a lower price point, that's really, 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 really rare. And some of the tools, products, interchangeable terms there. Some of the products of Onpassive is an automated marketing platform. It has all the tools we use to market online, whether it's a page builder, whether it's a funnel builder, whether it's an autoresponder, whether it's a webinar service, has all the tools we use to market online. Other tools are educational platform, Academy, or an HR department, human resources department, where people can come in and manage their human resources in their business, staff. But the products of Onpassive, they are absolutely superior at a lower price point, okay? That takes me over to the customer side. Customer sides, why are they going to come into Onpassive and use the products of Onpassive? Well, superior lower price point. But it's more than that. It makes their lives easier, makes their jobs better, and it makes their bottom line better. This is really self-interest. The reason they're going to come in is because of what Ash and his team have done and how good the tools are. And as we look at the customer side of Onpassive, today, we have a market of about 4.6 billion customers throughout the world. And Onpassive is primarily a customer-based business, even though we have the opportunity, the privilege to come in and participate with Onpassive. But the customer side of Onpassive it's anywhere from K through 12, colleges. It could be small, medium, large size businesses. It could be governments. It could be personal use. I believe it will be all of those, because Onpassive is a complete digital system that takes care of all our digital needs. And as we look at the customers of Onpassive, they will flock into Onpassive. So how is all of this going to work? As we come into Onpassive, Onpassive is going to come in and they're going to go into their toolbox, the products of Onpassive, and they're going to build a marketing system for each and every one of us, okay? And then they're going to hook it up to AI. And again, Onpassive, AI, IT, artificial intelligence, informational technology. So they're going to use both of those tools. They're going to take the products of the automated marketing platform. They're going to hook it up with AI, and then it becomes 100% automated. Okay, because of AI, it makes what Onpassive is doing for us completely automated. That's such a big deal. As Marty talked about, most people that come online, they don't have the time or inclination to learn the skill sets they need to be successful online. Onpassive has taken that out of the way and leveled the playing field. Because of what they're doing, 100% automated business, it makes it fair for everybody, and everybody will win. What are they going to do after they make that marketing platform, hook it up to AI? Again, they're going to go back into the toolbox, the products of Onpassive. They're going to pull out traffic, and they're going to start driving massive traffic through our business to customers. And as those customers get introduced to Onpassive and the products of Onpassive, they're going to love them, and customers will flock in. And as those customers flock in, a certain percentage of those customers will land underneath you. And it works a lot like if you were in commission sales with a company, you went out and made a $100 sale, your commission was 10%, you'd make $10. That's kind of how it works with Onpassive. As these customers come in and start to land underneath you, you get paid off a percentage of that volume. So this is what Onpassive is going to be doing for all of us. But it's even better than that. When we talk about traffic, and I'm not sure many people really understand good quality traffic, getting good qualified eyes in front of what you're doing, people coming in, loving it, and buying. This is what Onpassive does. And when we talk about the sheer volume that Onpassive is going to be bringing in, this is really, really important for you and for me and everybody that's here. If I talk about a couple of products of Onpassive, let's talk about Academy, that's the educational platform, and Staff, that's the HR platform, human resources platform. As we talk about the Academy educational platform, the revenue that comes in from other companies serving this niche yearly is $250 billion. That's a massive, massive niche. And these are the type of niches that Onpassive picks. The other one is O-Staff. And as we look at O-Staff, it's not quite as big as O'Cademy, but it's still right around $18 billion of revenue a year. When you add those two together, it's $267 billion of revenue coming into those companies servicing those niches. Now, I don't know how much market share Onpassive will take. And if we're very, very conservative and say, let's say Onpassive, as we launch to the world, comes out and takes 2.5% of that revenue. That's $67 billion of revenue coming into Onpassive. And these are customers coming in. And all of these customers, every single one of them will land underneath us. When you talk about that kind of volume, it is extraordinary what it's going to do for everybody that comes in, becomes a founding member. Now, when we think about just those two niches, again, this goes to volume, so important to what Onpassive is going to be doing for us. When we think about those two niches, O'Cademy and the O-Staff, the HR portfolio, we know that at the end of 1 year, Onpassive would be a unicorn company. Now, understand, no company in the history of the world has ever come out and in 1 year become a unicorn company. And that is a company that has a value of $1 billion. Piece of cake with just those two tools. There are 50 tools in Onpassive, all of them as good as the two I just talked about. And we know this for a fact. As Onpassive launches to the world, they will be a unicorn company day one. And that's never been, obviously it's never been done because nobody's ever done it in a year. Onpassive will do that day one. What does that do for you and I? They will be a unicorn company, a company that has a value of over $1 billion. Again, all that revenue coming in will land underneath each and every one of us. And the percentage of that, we get paid off of the percentage of the value that lands underneath you. It is going to be massive. So when we talk about Onpassive, yes, it is complicated. Yes, there are a lot of moving parts. Yes, they're a massive company today. It is a reality today. But if you keep it simple, you think about self-funding, you think about for success, building wealth online, you think about the product, the customer, and the amount of volume that Onpassive is going to be bringing in for all of us. It truly is extraordinary what Ash and his team have done and are doing today. Now, how do we come into Onpassive? Today, there is a position, is the founding position. It is a $97 position. What does it do? It locks you into Onpassive. It locks you into the pay structure of Onpassive. That's a really, really big deal. As you come in and pay the $97, there are some real tangible benefits to becoming a founding member. And I want to talk about a couple of them. As you come in and become a founding member, we are in the pre-launch right now, getting very, very close to the hard launch. There will be a time frame in there where Onpassive will actually start building our team before they launch to the world. You have to understand that as Onpassive starts to build your team, and again, this is part of what they do. This is part of what they do. They will come in and start building your team, and anybody that lands underneath you, it's another stream of revenue. So it's a really, really big deal. And then as you talk about the founding members, as we launch to the world, there will be an advantage of the amount of traffic that you get as Onpassive drive traffic for everybody in Onpassive. It's a big, big deal. But the founding position, it is a $97 position, locks you into the company and the pay structure of Onpassive. Now, as Onpassive launches to the world, and again, we are in that process right now. As Onpassive launches to the world, the founding members will all come into Onpassive, will pay a subscription fee, and become members of Onpassive, and we will get all the products of Onpassive. That fee is going to be right around $250. That is the fee you will pay once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. It is the fee that, yes, it is a monthly fee, but you'll never have to go out of pocket just one time. And the additional months after that will be paid from the profits of Onpassive. Once we come in, pay that fee, we go into the back office, we click a button, we become independent resellers of the IT product, and Onpassive can pay us. The reason I went through that is to get to clicking a button, becoming independent reseller of the IT product. With that title, Onpassive can pay us. Let's back up to the subscription fee and the membership. As we come in, we get all the tools of Onpassive. We get the AI, artificial intelligence. We get the IT products, informational technology products. This is when Onpassive can build the marketing platform for us. They can hook it up to AI. They can start driving traffic for us and building our business for us. This is a really, really big deal. What Ash has done has never been done in the history of business, in the history of the world. And when we look at what Onpassive is going to be doing for all of us, it gets extremely exciting to understand we have a business that is 100% automated, not 100% passive, but 100% automated. And it's going to be working for us for months, years, and decades. And because of that, our wealth will grow, our residual income will grow, and you will get to that point over time where you just don't worry about finances. That's what Onpassive is going to do for each and every one of us. And when you start thinking about Onpassive, I want to bring in Ash Mufareh just very, very quickly. Ash has a heart to serve, and it really plays out with what he's done in Onpassive. And Marty, Dan, and I, we've known Ash for a very, very long time, and he really has a heart for people, and he wants them to succeed. And as we look at what Onpassive is going to be doing, understanding that Ash's goal, one of the main goals Ash has, is to take the wealth of Onpassive and share it with the founding members. And I'm not talking about 10, 15, 20, 30% of the wealth coming in. I'm talking about 50, 60, 65% of the wealth that's going to be coming into Onpassive will be shared with the founding members. This is so powerful. And when you think about an individual doing that, and Ash did not have to do that. I believe if Ash just took the wealth of Onpassive, he would become one of the wealthiest men in the world, one of the wealthiest people in the world in a very, very short period of time. That is not Ash Mufareh. He wants all of us to succeed and exceed extremely well. I'm not talking about piddly money here. I'm talking about life-changing money. This is who Ash is. This is what he's trying to do for everybody that comes into Onpassive. And it's so unique. If you look at other companies and what they do with their wealth, they keep it in the family. A very, very few number of people, they get very, very wealthy and they just give a little bit away. That's not Onpassive. That's not Ash Mufareh. As you come into Onpassive, remember, 100% automated using AI technology. Onpassive does the work for you. Today, we are in the launch of Onpassive. We are in pre-launch right now. Very, very shortly, we are going to have the opportunity, before they go into hard launch, to actually use the products of Onpassive. There are some really huge, tangible benefits for being a founding member and being able to do that. And I won't go over that today on this video, but I will share that with you over the next weeks or so. But it'll give you the opportunity to add tens of thousands of dollars to your bottom line and tens of thousands of dollars to your Onpassive business as you come in and become a founding member of Onpassive. We're in a really exciting place right now. Ash is coming out with so many things, and Onpassive is accelerating at such a high speed. We will be in hard launch, the worldwide launch of Onpassive, the global launch of Onpassive, very, very quickly. So our window is closing. Do not wait. Come on in, get involved, become a founding member, and then continue to discover more about Onpassive. I've touched on Onpassive, but it is so much bigger than this. You can keep it very, very simple with self-funding for success, product, customer, and volume. I recommend you do that, but continue to learn about Onpassive because it gets better and better and better. Marty, Dan, Susie, Charles, everybody here that is on the panel today, they will testify that as long as they've been in Onpassive, it's gotten better every week, every month because of what Ash is sharing with us. And now that we're so close to the global launch of Onpassive, you're in a unique position to start taking advantage of Onpassive in a very, very short period of time, building that wealth and creating that residual income. So this is Onpassive. It was made for you and I. It is a complete digital system, automation, hooked up, our platform hooked up to automation, artificial intelligence, 100% automated, traffic, and from there, profits coming in. That's where we want to be.